Continuing on with the murder scene. Yes?
Hello, Detective. How can I help? Did you have questions about the case?
I do, Mr. Ascot.
Tell me about yourself.
Well, as you probably know, I'm an actor. I don't like to brag about it, but my last picture, The Fighting Furies, did top the box office.
200 years ago. Just putting that out there. You are old news.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
It's obviously Santiago. He keeps going back to look at the crime scene.
Okay.
What were you and Gilda talking about when I walked in?
Oh, we were just rehearsing a scene. Nothing to worry about.
Really? Alright, well.
Maybe later.
Okay. Just let me know how I can help.
Sure thing. Anything of... Oh. Oh!
Well, this is where that bat came from.
Apparently so. Why would... You're a robot. Why do you need dumbbells? Jesus. Did he roid rage?
Hey, you mind keeping an eye out for a second? Gotta run a diagnostic. Whew. Thanks. What'd I miss?
That might come in handy. What in the world? That's not a bust, that's a fucking mannequin. Great. Pygmy skulls. Awesome. Aww. Huh. Huh. This guy was a genuine hero. Yes? Maybe? Oh, I can actually take stuff in
Don't
here.
make them like they used to.
Wonder why I can take stuff in here. Oh, is this the dead guy's room? Maybe. There's kind of a lot of trash around. I mean, where's the janitorial staff?
Protect and serve.
Okay. Ugh. Oh, everything's gone to hell. Oh, wow. So... behind the scenes, this place is not the ultimate lamp of luxury, is it? Yum. Yum. So much foods. And then a bunch more stuff that I can't steal. That's too bad. What the? Oh. So. Someone smashed him, but what was the deal with the red paint? Someone staging a murder scene? Seems like it. Kind of, I guess. It's disgusting up here. Oh. hello. That's... I don't know if that's meant to be tinted, or... maybe the Overseer had it painted to simulate a horrifying drug trip? Here's someone talking. Then we have more of this stuff. Sort of a Rapture wannabe, isn't it? Kind of. Although not nearly as much as the Institute. Hi.
Well. If it isn't the long arm of the law. Tell me, are you a devotee of the arts? Does that cruel muse call you to her entrapping bosom?
Art's life, man.
Art is life. Without it, we are no different than animals.
Perhaps, if all we are is a sentience floating in a suit of flesh, or metal, I suppose, then art is the only true communion with the world. Come with me.
Okay.
Tell
What's up?
me, what does this piece say to you?
I don't know. I'll stay vague.
It's about composition, the balance of colors and emotions, and the struggle to maintain internal order.
Indeed. This was the last piece I did in a series of portraits of Gilda. Number 1378. Her emotional landscape is superimposed on the portrait. The reality of the subject is distorted as the ego attempts to project itself. This way.
Okay.
Tell me, what does this one say to you?
Certainly seems like the war.
It's the war. Bombs from every direction, no up or down, the world turned on its head.
I suppose in a way it must be. Art shapes the world, and the world shapes art in return. All art must therefore be constantly reborn through the lens of contextual and historic interpretation. We must ascend.
Yeah, I actually don't know anything about art. I don't understand it. It's too subjective. But I'll go with it, Santiago. Kitty!
And what about this one? And please be honest, for art without honesty is just politics.
It's a metaphor. A young creature grappling with ideas it doesn't possess the capability to understand.
Intriguing. The mind will superimpose meaning where none was intended. I had not considered it. Truth be told, this is my best-selling piece. I did this series under a pseudonym, of course. This series has made more money than any of my serious works. And I did the whole thing as a lark. What does that tell you about the value of art to the common man, My fellow connoisseur of the art. Here to see my latest work?
Well,
I found red paint at the crime scene. Know anything about that?
No, actually. Ezra borrowed my last can, and now I can't find it.
Ezra.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
The person you should be looking at is Juliana Riggs. That Philistine would not know art from her own excrement.
Oh, shit.
And Ezra had a rather
Literally.
traumatic fight recently. You could hear her banshee screeches all the way across the hotel.
Tell me about yourself, man.
Tell me about yourself.
What is there to tell? I am one of the premier artists in the world.
I suspect
My work
you're
is
the last
primarily
artist in the world.
ornament, but I have been known to do sculpture or performance art as well.
So what was she arguing with them about?
What were Juliana and Ezra arguing about?
I don't know. I was painting at the time and I was trying to block it out. Though I bet Gilda probably heard them. Maybe you should check with her.
I think you should explain why you keep returning to the crime scene.
It's for inspiration, detective. The others do not like to think about it, but even we shall die someday. Like Prometheus's torch, it kindles within me the fire to create as much art as I can with the time that I have.
That makes sense. Why do you paint Gilda so much, though?
It sounds like you've done a lot of paintings of Gilda. Why her?
Our Gilda is a very singular creature, detective. Do you not see the joie de vivre from within her? I have never met another who clings to life so tenaciously, who lives so in the moment. I must admit I was quite smitten with her for a time.
I'm not going to admit to having... I don't even know what I did with her, but wow. You're in love!
You're still in love with Gilda, aren't you?
So what if I am? What business is it of yours? She deserves someone who truly understands her ephemeral beauty, not that broke actor.
Alright.
Maybe later.
Good. I hope my paintings are able to open your mind to new possibilities.
No, not really. I see nothing here that, gives me any kind of help. But, you just go ahead and paint away in the power room, man. Why is there a decontamination thing here? Whoa! Whoa! Hey! Jeez.
Must have cost a fortune to build a place like this.
Hoarder? Hello?
Hello, Mr. Whiskers. Who's a pretty kitty?
Juliana, yeah,
I think you're gonna
Mr.
have to
Whiskers
forfeit their
died
deposit.
last month. This is Gruffy. Remember?
Oh, of course. Silly me.
Just let me have a look at the neural interface matrix, and I'm sure I can clear that.
No, no, it's not that. I've just caught another cold. Probably something that got in when they sent Pearl out.
Oh, God. Not this again. Last month you were convinced you had the measles.
You're not a doctor. What would you even know about it? Besides, I think it may be malaria.
First of all, I am a doctor.
Yes, but not a real doctor. Robotics isn't an actual medical degree.
Secondly, I've told you time and again, you can't get sick inside the suit. It's not physically possible.
I know when I'm getting sick, Bert. Now, why don't you just wander off and play in your lab? Mr.
All right.
Scruffy and I are going to rewrite the will, so he will get everything when I die because horrible Bert didn't believe me.
Oh, God, Juliana.
Have fun,
Whatever.
dear. Hello, Detective. Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
Tell me about yourself, Little Miss number one suspect at this point.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm Juliana Riggs, heiress to the Riggs fortune and wife of Bert Riggs. I'm not sure what else you expected, Detective.
Thoughts?
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
If you ask me, it's one of those actors. Or that horrible painter. Their type is always the cause of violence.
Wow.
I heard you had a big fight with Ezra a few days ago. Care to explain?
Oh, well, it wasn't that big a deal, really. He wanted more money to pay for repairs on the hotel. I wasn't feeling well that day and lashed out a bit at the poor man. I really should have listened to him more.
What kind of fantasy fucking world do you people live in?
What's with all the junk in here?
These are our things. We're just waiting till the war blows over so we can bring them back to the mansion.
Do you honestly have no contact with the outside world?
Maybe later.
Good luck catching the murderer, Detective.
Oh my god. These people are genuinely insane. Help defend Spectacle Island. I can't help defend Spectacle Island when I'm in the middle of this. I mean, I suppose I could, but I'm not gonna. Anything squirreled away back here that might
Hello,
point me in the
Detective.
direction of what is... Ugh. You guys are leaking fluids. Oh, that's the painter. Hello? No one. Oh, this must be the painter's room. How? Can you guys actually drink? Oh, jeez. This place is horrible. Well, in some places. In other places, it's actually quite nice. What? What is... Are you kidding?
Hey there, Tiger.
Hey, what's up?
Hey there, Tiger. Here for more stories about my acting career or something else?
I do not necessarily want to be inside you again. If that's actually what happened last time. But
I had some questions to ask.
Sure, darling. What did you need?
Apparently, Juliana had a big argument with Ezra a few days before he died. Did you happen to overhear any of the conversation?
Oh, yes. I haven't seen a woman go off like that since Teresa Dubois fired her costume designer. But to get back to your question, it was fever pitch, Detective. She had apparently gone to the Overseer's office to check on the state of things and found it in horrible disrepair. But, and this is where it gets interesting, it sounded like she found something that really set her off. Couldn't hear what, though. Did you need something else?
I just went to the Overseer's office.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
Well, it is a bit strange how obsessed Santiago has been with the murder. I mean, he's always been a bit obsessive, though. He did a whole series of paintings of me, hundreds. Said I was his muse. It was flattering for a while, but the man is a bit much. Even for me. Did you need something else?
Hey. He's a passionate man. It's not knock that. Come on, you should be flattered.
Tell me about yourself.
My favorite subject. Simply put, darling, I'm the greatest actress in the world. When
Yeah,
this
but you weren't acting earlier.
international scuffle blows over, I shall return to the silver
hope.
screen and lead the world to a new golden age of cinema. Did you
Really?
need something else?
It looks like the baseball bat from Keith's movie is missing.
Really? Well, that's a shame. It was a great picture. He was so cute in that tight uniform. Did you need something else?
Yeah.
I've gotten the impression you've had an affair with Santiago.
Look, I love Keith, I do. But sometimes he just can't give me the attention I need. A girl gets lonely, Detective. It only lasted a few dozen years. The man's a bit much, even for me. Did you need something else?
Nope. Oh, well.
What
yeah.
were you and Keith talking about when I came in?
Oh, that? We were rehearsing. Gotta stay sharp if we're going to rebuild Hollywood. But Keith always gets flustered when he's upset. Did you need something else?
Nope.
Maybe later.
I'll be around, languishing from your inattention.
Oh, well, you know, we could always go back to the, room. I mean, not entirely unopposed to it. And, you know, I left the stepmoms at home. Does that make me a bad person? Kind of feel like it makes me a bad person. Yeah, so this person has gone all Howard Hughes. This guy, passionate Latino gentleman. This is the atrium. I'm genuinely surprised that there aren't cameras for security, though. And I need to find the overseer's office again. Which might be difficult because I didn't make a mental note of where it was last time. What's in here? Oh, just this. Oh. Wasn't it? Maintenance. Overseer's office is usually on the second... Well, the entrance to the overseer's office is usually on the second floor. Yay! I found the overseer's office. Alright, so, search it. Yes? I didn't even look at his terminal the last time I was in here. What an idiot. Ooh. Ooh. Wow. Considered to be above all legal restrictions when interacting with Test Group B. Jesus. And here is where we find the typical Vault Tech shit show that I've come to expect. They were just engineering conflict, weren't they? Someone from Test Group A? Let me guess. Wow. Oh. Let me remember what it is. Vault 118 Overseer's Log. Yes. Let us... listen.
Progress on construction of the second wing of the vault is completely stalled. Once the premier area of the vault had been completed, funding seems to have been cut off. My supervisors have informed me that they haven't received payment from Mr. Parker, and Vault-Tec won't pay out of pocket to continue construction. I've repeatedly approached Ezra about the finances, but he keeps telling me that Mrs. Riggs hasn't transferred the funds. However, when I asked her, Juliana said that she had just given Ezra extra for the gold paint in the rooms. I've hired an investigator to look for signs of embezzlement in a few weeks.
Sounds like Ezra was embezzling from his investors.
That would be motive for murder.